We are playing Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. This video is filmed by Josh and played by Nathaniel. Now, in Birth by Sleep Kingdom Hearts, you can be one of three characters: Ventus, this guy right here, Aqua, and Terra. Now, out of all the Keyblade wielders, or the people who are typically good, Ventus is the only one who wields his weapon underhanded, as you can see. Now, we are in a special world called Radiant Garden, designed specifically for this world. There are other worlds, Disney worlds, pretty much, stuff like Agrabah, Seven Dwarves, Halloween Town, which has awesome background music, and also, yeah, pretty much your classic Disney movies. Anyway, so these enemies are called Unversed. I am fighting them right now. And there are, in the first game, if you played it, or in the second, you fight these things called Heartless. There are several different enemies depending on what game you play. In this one, they're called Unversed. Number 1 and 2, they're called Heartless. And in Dream Drop Distance, which is the newest one, other than 3, you fight Dream Eaters. And then there's also none other that I can think of. Anyway, the fighting style is very similar to Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, especially since this is called a PSP, a PlayStation Portable. They pretty much just took a TV and made it so it's a portable device. Literally, the buttons are the same, the graphics are much better. The game is literally a disc inside this thing. There are special abilities which you can use by using triangle, which appear over here. They allow you to do several things. Every time the bar fills up and you haven't used a special ability, you can use a critical attack like so. If you use the right kind of abilities at the right time and then let the bar fill up, you can activate a form, like so. Form gives you special attacks and also more critical abilities. You can use the right abilities after turning to a form, though. You can turn into a second-rate form. Let me see if I can do that right now. I'm about to turn into a second-rate form. Now, as you can see, I got 6 blades of awesomeness. What can you expect? Now, every world actually is not just one place. You can go, when this blue little heart here shows up, it's loading for the next area. You can go to other areas around the town. And to prove to you that this is a Disney game, I'm going to go see a popular Disney character right now. Say hello, where is he? There he is. Say hello to Merlin. This is how typically people talk, but in certain games there are videos. Videos are typically the main seats of this. But in number 1 and 2, they do use that kind of talking for talking scenes. Oh, and also here's, you know who. That's not Donald. Sorry, everybody. Apparently Josh has confused this dude for Donald, even though I think his name's Scrooge. Now, in case you haven't noticed, Ventus is very unsymmetrical, but I think that his clothing style is actually very reasonable. And he has this little piece of armor on his left shoulder. I don't know if you can see through the video, but you might be able to. Anyway, if he taps that in a way, he'll have his whole body covered in armor. I may show you that in a bit. In fact, I will. Pause it. This is your armor form if you tap your armor, but it is special for this world because there are said to be dark energies in space, which I'm pretty much in right now, that'll cause it so you'll pretty much die if you're not wearing your armor when you're in space. Anyway, and no, I did not go from one world to another. We used a special editing ability to make it so that way it looked very fluid into going into the armor. Anyway, you can go up to this thing. Now, in this area, it is possible to play online, but you probably won't find anybody because there's barely anyone who plays these things anymore. So, good luck with that. Anyway, you got your classic Moogle, which you also find in Final Fantasy and other Kingdom Hearts games. It's not Kingdom Hearts or Final Fantasy without Moogle. There are events, arena mode, which allow you to go in pretty much tournaments. It always shows you a shadow image of the final boss.